Born Harry Roger Webb on October 14, 1940, in Lucknow, British India, Cliff Richard's beginnings were set against a backdrop of global change. His family returned to England in 1948, following India's independence, settling in Cheshunt, Hertfordshire. Life was modest and financially challenging, yet even as a boy, Harry displayed an unmistakable love for music and performing. Influenced by the burgeoning rock and roll of the United States, he found inspiration in artists such as Elvis Presley, Little Richard, and Buddy Holly. These figures would later become pillars in shaping his career and musical identity. His early environment cultivated resilience and ambition, traits that would define him for decades, from Harry Webb to Cliff Richard. In 1958, Harry Webb adopted the stage name Cliff Richard, blending the imagery of strength from a cliff with homage to Little Richard. With his band, the Drifters, soon renamed the Shadows, he released Move It, which is widely regarded as Britain's first authentic rock and roll record. The single climbed to number 2 on the UK charts, signaling a new era in British music. His striking looks, youthful energy, and guitar-driven sound captivated teenagers in a conservative post-war society. This early success cemented his status as Britain's first rock star, giving him a platform to shape the future of British pop and rock music. The height of 1960s fame. Throughout the 1960s, Cliff Richard became a household name with hits such as Living Doll, The Young Ones, Summer Holiday, and Bachelor Boy. His musical versatility extended to acting, starring in beloved musical comedies that further endeared him to the public. Despite the arrival of the Beatles and the British invasion, Cliff remained a consistent presence in the charts, proving his resilience and adaptability. His image as a charming, accessible pop star appealed to multiple generations. He bridged the gap between post-war conservatism and the youthful rebellion of rock and roll, paving the way for countless British artists who followed. Reinvention and success in the 1970s. In the 1970s, Cliff Richard transitioned from teen idol to mature artist, embracing contemporary sounds while exploring introspective themes. Hits like Devil Woman, We Don't Talk Anymore, and Wired for Sound showcased his willingness to experiment with disco, synth pop, and other emerging styles. Reinvention became a hallmark of his career, allowing him to maintain relevance across decades. Unlike many artists whose fame wanes, Cliff's ability to adapt ensured continued chart success and a broad fan base. His musical evolution reflected both personal growth and a keen understanding of the changing tastes of the global music audience. Faith and personal convictions. A devout Christian from the mid-1960s, Cliff Richard's faith profoundly influenced his life and work. He recorded spiritual music and consistently maintained a clean, principled image in a morally complex entertainment industry. His commitment to values extended to personal choices, such as remaining unmarried and child-free, reflecting a life guided by conviction rather than public expectation. This dedication shaped his public persona and artistic identity, allowing fans to admire both his talent and integrity. His spiritual themes, including hits like Mary's Boy Child, Oh My Lord, resonated deeply, offering insight into a man whose personal beliefs were inseparable from his music. Personal loss and reflection. The early loss of his father, Roger Webb, in 1961 deeply affected Cliff, shaping his personal and emotional development. At just 21, he was confronted with grief while beginning his meteoric rise to fame. This personal tragedy influenced his outlook on life, highlighting the delicate balance between duty, career, and emotional fulfillment. Later, he openly reflected on lost opportunities in love, notably his unrequited feelings for Olivia Newton-John in the early 1970s. These reflections reveal a man who, despite fame and success, has felt the universal tensions of love, ambition, and responsibility. The influence of Elvis Presley. For decades, fans have speculated on Elvis Presley's impact on Cliff Richard. Now, in a rare and heartfelt revelation, Cliff has shared the depth of that influence. Watching Elvis's meteoric rise in the United States ignited a passion for music and performance in young Harry Webb. He recalls being mesmerized by Elvis's voice, energy, and charisma, describing it as a transformative experience that made him want to sing, perform, and move audiences in the same way. Elvis became not just an inspiration, but a guiding figure in shaping Cliff's musical ambitions and artistic identity. The burden of comparison. While honored to be compared to Elvis, Cliff admits that the association came with pressure. Being mentioned alongside the king of rock and roll demanded high standards and constant self-reflection. He had to carve out his own identity while respecting the path Elvis had paved. Cliff's ability to navigate this duality, honoring his hero while establishing his unique voice, speaks to his resilience and strategic artistry. Over time, he successfully built a career that both acknowledged Elvis's influence and stood firmly on its own, demonstrating the rare ability to balance admiration and individuality. A missed opportunity and enduring loss. One of Cliff's enduring regrets is never meeting Elvis Presley in person. He recalls plans that almost aligned their paths, only for fate to intervene. Elvis's death in 1977 profoundly affected Cliff, who described it as losing a brother he had never met. The loss was both personal and symbolic, representing the end of a musical era and the absence of a guiding figure who had profoundly shaped his journey. This deep connection, despite never meeting, underscores the lasting emotional bond Cliff felt toward Elvis, highlighting the personal dimensions of professional inspiration. Shared spirituality and admiration. Cliff Richard has also reflected on the human qualities of Elvis Presley, beyond the public persona. He admired Elvis's vulnerability, kindness, and generosity, noting their shared Christian faith. This spiritual connection offered Cliff a deeper sense of camaraderie with the late singer, suggesting that their similarities went beyond music into values and character. By speaking openly about this spiritual kinship, Cliff provides a glimpse into the intimate side of fandom, where admiration transcends art and becomes a meaningful human connection. Legacy and tribute. Through his reflections on Elvis, Cliff Richard has paid a heartfelt tribute to a man who inspired him while cementing his own legacy. His openness offers fans a rare insight into the emotional and artistic forces that shaped one of Britain's most enduring pop icons. By honoring Elvis, Cliff also highlights the continuum of musical inspiration, one generation guiding another, artists finding courage and direction in their predecessors. His words serve as a reminder that even legends have heroes, and the relationships between them can profoundly shape the course of music history. A career of dedication and resilience. Cliff Richard's life story is one of devotion, resilience, and constant reinvention. From modest beginnings in India and England to global superstardom, he has navigated the highs and lows of fame with grace and integrity. His faith, personal sacrifices, and commitment to his craft have left a lasting imprint on British and international music. By sharing his admiration for Elvis Presley, he reveals not only the inspiration behind his early ambition, but also the human heart of a man whose life and work continue to resonate with audiences around the world. Conclusion. A living legend. Sir Cliff Richard remains a testament to the enduring power of passion, faith, and artistic courage. His reflections on Elvis Presley illuminate the profound impact of mentorship, inspiration, and admiration between artists. Decades of chart-topping hits, spiritual dedication, and personal resilience demonstrate why he continues to command respect and affection worldwide. In celebrating the man who inspired him, Cliff also celebrates the journey he himself has taken, a life defined by music, values, and the courage to remain authentic amid fame. His story reminds us that true legends honor those who came before while inspiring those who follow.